Friends, do you have any stories in your family that you've repeated so many times that they just become legend? Like you don't even tell the story anymore. You just access the punchline. 3-dog salad, lasagna tray, the Pizza Hut incident, those kind of things. That's what we're talking about today on the Got a Minute Mini podcast. And then we're going to hear from Anjanette. She's got an original Christmas song that I know you're going to love. It's a total break from all the repetitive Christmas you've been listening to. And you're going to be really glad you're here. And we're glad you're here. So let's get started.
Got a Minute Mini Podcast is a production of Pioneer Dream, celebrating 30 years of telling stories for our corporate, nonprofit, and entertainment partners. Be sure to check out our Dreamers Live podcast, which offers entertaining conversations about living intentionally.
Chapter 13, The Unexpected. My wife comes from a family of musicians. They all sing. They all play. They have all made at least part of their living as musicians, along with being actors, pastors, teachers, producers, coordinators, retail associates, and on and on. When Anjanette and her brother and sister were just old enough to protest, her family took on the moniker of the Von Elmores, and they performed holiday shows in matching puff paint sweatshirts. Therapy, anyone? They mostly performed at their church as well as assisted living homes where various family members were housed. The crowds loved them. Well, most of the crowds loved them. There is this one famed story about a blistering cold late December day when the Von Elmores squeezed into their Astro minivan with all their equipment and matching sweatshirts. They drove an hour south amidst the sleet and bleak midwinter snow to perform at the old folks' home where Mamo, Anjanette's grandmother, had just passed months before. And that's what makes this performance so heroic. Mamo had passed. They weren't under any obligation anymore. Yet my wife's family knew how much the residents enjoyed this annual performance, and so they committed to it for one more year. They arrived late because of the icy weather. The frigid girls immediately went inside and began to set the stage. Anjanette's dad and her brother Jared moved to the back of the van to unload all the sound equipment. The wind whipped against the van doors, and suddenly it was agreed that this sucks and we don't want to be here. Anjanette's dad, Jason, tried to explain to his son and himself that this meant something special to these people. Who knows? Maybe this is the only Christmas some of these people will have. The two steadied their attitude and shifted their attention to gripping the equipment now that the cold was making their hands sting and lock up. Arms full, Jason pushed his body against the van doors to close them, and the two trudged side by side against the wind through the parking lot. Finally, they reached the front door, which miraculously was an automatic sliding door. Sensing their presence, the doors glided open, releasing an arctic wave of air against a woman who up to that moment had been asleep in her wheelchair. With all the clarity of a coma victim, she looked up and searching the cold with her one good eye until she spied Jason and Jared approaching like two junior elves, rosy-cheeked and arms full of packages. She loudly announced, "Ah, shit, it's those Elmores." The Von Elmores have had several reunion tours since then. The last was a command performance at the illustrious Burgundy Place retirement home in Tulsa. The dining room was a balmy 92 degrees and jam-packed. The sit-and-pace walkers were staged down the hallway like a geriatric motorcycle gang at a roadside bar. But what the audience lacked in youth, they more than made up for in enthusiasm and attentiveness. They hung on every note. One gentleman in the front row with an exceptionally loud baritone voice and a kind of wavering connection to melody sang along with nearly every carol. Oftentimes, his booming voice offered to take the whole song off the rails. What started out as cute crossed over to cuss-worthy very quickly. After the performance, Jared, no longer a junior elf, put on some light Christmas music, and the family graciously received their fans, who didn't so much storm the stage as missed it carefully. That's when the baritone from the front row stood up, shuffled forth determinedly, and took possession of the lead microphone. All at once, we were a forced audience to his one-man show. There was no malice. He was simply at a different party than everyone else. Still, no one would have complained if the staff came and showed him to his room, where he could have more quietly enjoyed his own company. At the very least, Jared could have muted the man's mic and signaled it into the show. Instead, my brother-in-law did the exact opposite. He went to the mixer, turned the Christmas music off, and turned the mic volume up, and gave the man his moment in the spotlight. I'm happy to say that the would-be crooner finished his Yuletide serenade with fervor. So often, love does the unexpected. The reasonable thing to do was to mute the one for the sake of the many. Instead, the singer was given a moment to cross back over to a life he'd once lived. And he went to bed that night with his heart full. How many of the stories that we repeat to our friends, the legends we hold on to, the events that mean so much to us, come when someone stepped up and acted with kindness or grace or generosity, usually when the other person didn't deserve it. Love does the unexpected. I struggle. I love getting stuff done. I love checking stuff off my list, and I certainly have my own karma code for other people. The idea of responding to someone as they need versus as they deserve could all be lost on me. I might smile and wave, but inside I'm still giving you the finger when you push past me at the Quickie Mart. My father-in-law is a pastor, but a really cool one. He's made the observation that as Christians, we often respond to violence or offense or anger with more of the same, which is, by example, the exact opposite of Christianity. Love does the unexpected. Love pays the tab. Love puts change in the cup. Love gives someone the go-ahead at the four-way stop. Love lets it go. Love protects. Love compliments when it's easier to criticize. And sometimes, love turns up the mic on a one-man show before shuffling them off to their room for a long winter's nap. Well, hello, Anjanette. Welcome back to the Got a Minute Mini podcast. We're so thrilled to have you here today. How are you?
I'm good, and I'm grateful to be here on the Got a Minute Mini podcast. It's so fun to say.
I'm glad you are too. I'm hoping that you actually feel a little festive because I've asked you here today to talk about one of your original Christmas songs, See the Light, The Longest Year, actually. Tell us why the kind of double title and what that means to you.
I remember when we were working on the Christmas album, we were trying to figure out how to title this. And the song is a real honest look at coming off of a really rough year and being so glad that the joy of Christmas comes and reminds us of the good in life. And so I remember we wanted to call it See the Light because that's sort of the meaning of the song. But then also it seemed a little not as honest to not call it The Longest Year because it's sort of like we're seeing the light after the longest year.
You wanted a little hope in there somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. Right. For sure. Yeah. Because nobody wants to listen to a song called The Longest Year.
So what is the punchline for the song? What does it mean to you?
If I think back about that song a little bit to last Christmas, when I wrote it, we had come off a really tough year. Everybody has this, where it just seems like everything isn't firing right, and it's really difficult. And you question, for us, a lot of times that means questioning our meaning and our creativity and inspiration and all that. So it can be really tough. And so the song's very honest about that. But when it gets to the chorus, it says, bells ring and kids sing and it'll be all right. And so it has this sort of transformation mid-song that basically is saying that's the beauty of the season, is that we're reminded of how life is such this interesting mix of both of those things, hard times and beauty. And I feel like Christmas arrives, usually it's just right on time.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I'm so thrilled for everybody to get a chance to hear this song. I love this song, and it is very festive. And even though it's not a song that most people would know because it's an original, I think it will help them get in the Christmas mood.
I hope it brings people a little bit of hope this season.
All right, let's take a listen.
Some good news.
step. But hard times come and darkness stays, and I wonder if I'll always feel this way. But at the end of the tunnel of a long, long year, I can finally see the lights. Bells ring, oh, and kids sing, and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, and lights shine, 'cause you're on my mind, so it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. 'Cause at the end of the tunnel of a long, long year, I can finally see the light. Oh, how I've been hoping for some peace here, not just for myself, but for all kinds. But anger reigns and judgment stains, and I wonder if we'll ever learn your name. But at the end of the tunnel of a long, long year, I can finally see the lights. Bells ring, oh, and kids sing, and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, and lights shine, and you're on my mind, so it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. And I'm just hoping we will see the brilliance of the season. So take this darkness, light it up, send something we'll believe in. And after all this time has passed, I feel like I can feel your love and last. 'Cause at the end of the tunnel of a long, long year, I can finally see the light. Bells ring, oh, and kids sing, and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, and lights shine, and you're on my mind, so it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Bells ring, oh, and kids sing, and it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, and lights shine, and you're on my mind, so it'll be alright. It'll be alright. Oh, it'll be alright. 'Cause at the end of the tunnel of the longest year, I can finally see the light. Thanks for listening. We'd love it if you would like and subscribe to the podcast, and then share it with the people you know. Thanks. This has been a production of Pioneer Dream.